Prior to getting into hypnotherapy and NLP, I was doing therapeutic body work. And deep, I didn't do foo-foo massage. I did, low back, neck, shoulder tension, that type of stuff. And every once in a while, a client would present with a headache. And that's what, they had recurring headaches. And I wanted to give them a tool that they could use that would help manage this, so they didn't have to wait to get a massage or start popping a whole bunch of aspirin. By the way, quick aside, if you're getting a lot of headaches, check with a chiropractor. They could do remarkable things, acupuncture. But before you do all that, make sure you're hydrated. So many times we have headaches because we're not drinking enough water. So make sure you're hydrated. Anyway, that's an aside. So I started experimenting and teaching my clients a little technique. So they're on the table and I say, so you have a headache, where do you feel the headache? And they say, well, my whole head hurts. Well, where specifically do you feel the pain? And they might say something like, well, I feel it, it's kind of like it's behind my eyes. Cool. Is it behind your right eye, your left eye, or both eyes? And they would go, it's kind of like behind my right eye. All right. Is it in the middle of the back of your right eye? Is it high behind your right eye or low behind your right eye? And they start thinking about it, saying it's kind of like high. Was it high off to the right? Is it high off to the left in the back of your right eye? Where exactly is the pain that you thought you felt? And they'd say, well, it's kind of, it's weird, but it's kind of like up in the back, upper right-hand corner of my eye. Now, here's where there's a couple options. I'll walk you through it. So what we've done is we've taken this headache, this general abstraction of headache, and narrowed it down to a specific point in the back of their right eye, in the upper right-hand corner of the back of their right eye. So we've taken it now and brought attention to it and made it finite. Once again, starting to gain control of the pain, starting to gain control of the picture, gain control of the sound. Notice it's the same process. Then I would ask the client, I would sort of tap them on the top of the head and push down right here, because you don't get a headache up here. You don't get a headache up in the top of the middle of your head. So I would just say, imagine that you could take that little spot and start to move it through your head and put it right up here. Put it right up under my finger. Just move it right now and put it right up under my finger. And then I would simply say to them, imagine I could take it and just pull it out like that. Like a valve opening up, and it would go out. Or I'd pull it out of their head for them. And remarkably, the headache, the little spot, would disappear. So once again, gaining control of the problem, gaining control of the sound or the picture or the feeling. Another option that we can do with this, which is extremely effective, if that little spot had a color. So here you can combine the visual aspect with the kinesthetic aspect. If the little spot had a color, what color would it be? And it's not uncommon to hear them say it's white or it's red. Okay, so let's say it's red. What would happen if you were to change that, add a little bit of color to it and make it, say, orange? Does that increase it, decrease it, or stay about the same? No, it seems like it's going down. Okay, what would happen if you make it a little bit more yellow? Ooh, that gets hot. What would happen if you added blue to it and started to turn sort of like a green? Ooh, that feels better. And they would change the color of it and then just sort of have that color float out of their head. So there's all kinds of things that we can do. Once again, the same fundamental. Narrow it down, make it specific, observe exactly where you hear it, exactly where you see it, exactly where the picture is, and change the submodalities, change the details of that thing, of the picture, the sound, or the feeling. Another application for this, oh, every time I think about this person, I just get a pain in my belly. I get queasy. Where specifically do you feel the queasy? Well, I feel it in my gut. Okay, is it high in your gut? Is it low in your gut? It's kind of in the middle. Is it more to the right or more to the left? It's kind of like more to the right. Is it in the front or is it more towards the back? No, if the feeling had a color, what color would it be? And then change the color. Or if the feeling had a shape, would it be round or would it be sharp? Would it be jagged or would it be smooth? Start to define it. Is it warm or is it cool? Does it tingle or does it feel dull? Just really notice all the details of this thing. And the more you notice it, the more things that you have that you can control, that you can change. And just experiment with it. Just play with it. It's incredible the power that your mind has over the feelings and the pictures and the sounds that are playing throughout your mind. So play with this. Be creative. Don't be afraid to experiment. If it starts to feel bad by changing one thing, change it in a different direction. And you'll very, very quickly learn what works for you. I hope you have fun with this, and I hope it helps. See you next time soon.